Monday, guys. Woo! Happy Monday, guys. It is Monday, the 7th of April. Welcome to TDA, the day after, your favourite news platform and the home of popular culture, as defined by the culture, which is you guys. And today, guys, you are hosted by the best in the world, myself and Brent. Woo! Go Gina, go Brent.
Morning.
You alright?
I am blessed and highly favored. Thank you
Love
very
that
much.
for you. How was your weekend?
It was cool. It was good.
What'd you get up to?
I spent some time with Danielle. Did lots of work. Had little sleep. Yeah.
Same old.
Basically.
Yeah.
How was your weekend?
Ooh. Yeah, it was alright. What did I do?
You probably get the whole range of gym shark stuff in it.
I was about to say something. I just yeah.
Why did you stop yourself like that? Because it's shady?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, okay. If the mic wasn't on, you'd have said it. Though,
100%.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Do you know what? I like this. This is men's, but I love their stuff.
Yeah.
Like, generally speaking. Like, they have dope clothes.
Yeah.
I'll give them that. Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, women can easily pass off in men's clothes.
Can I be honest? I wear a lot of men's clothes.
And you wear a lot of men's cologne too.
No, you just think I wear men's cologne because you don't like the smell.
This should not be on the skin of a woman.
You really hate my.
It should not be on the skin of a woman at all.
I just wear you. Do you know what it is? I wear unisex colognes.
It's like you've just killed a bear.
Really?
Or a wild cat, and you've rubbed its pheromones on your skin.
You just don't like strong ouds. You don't like ouds. I've noticed. You just don't.
This should not be on the skin of a woman. That's not how a woman's supposed to be.
Do you know what? I don't know why I did that. Like, I haven't bathed several days, like an idiot. Basically, on Saturday, I went to there was some oud shop in Blue Water, and they sprayed one on me, which was, I think you'd like it. Was quite sweet. It was a lot more feminine. It was like a sweet oud. It was nice.
A lot more feminine.
Yeah.
You think this one that you're wearing is feminine?
I don't think it's feminine. I just think.
So you're aware it's not supposed to be on a woman's body?
No, I don't think it's masculine either. Oh,
it definitely is.
No, because I feel like there's certain ouds that are masculine. Like, my mum's got one, I forgot the name, and I can't stand it. It's too strong and masculine for me, but Georgia really likes it and I don't like it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I understand why, like, Georgia would like it, but not to put on her skin.
No, but she would wear it.
She would wear it?
Yeah, my mum wears it, and I don't like when my mum wears it. I told her, I was just like, this one I don't like. It's a bit too strong.
Does it, like, mess with your nose?
No, it's just, I can't describe why I don't like it, but I just thought, this smells getting on my nerves.
Yeah?
Yeah. Is that what it does to you?
Yes, it's a pungent scent.
Yeah, like, I just thought, can you go away? It was in the car, and I just thought, you know, cars as well. I feel like cars is where you smell
100%.
everything, yeah. So I think I was dropping her to the station or something, and I just thought, why do you smell like that? But it's an expensive cologne, isn't it? So
yeah, isn't it? That one is also, I'm guessing, the one that you are
that I'm wearing now is
masquerading in.
Yeah.
Has anybody complimented you on this cologne?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes.
When's the last time?
Do you know what though? Do you know one of the perfumes that I do get complimented on a lot is the one that I got you. Do you remember the one you got me, Libra?
Yes.
Yeah, YSL.
Well, that makes sense.
It's a nice scent. It is a nice scent, and it's like that's like my everyday scent. It's just, and it's because of where it is. It's in my suitcase. I need to take it out. It's just laziness.
What else is in your suitcase?
Because when I did
Stuff from Ghana.
when I did Beats and Bands, I had like a mini suitcase that I took and I put it in there, and I've taken most things out.
But left that
just
one.
Yeah, it's in there. So
there are other things in your suitcase. There are other things in your suitcase.
Yeah. Like a comb, probably. It's nothing I need now, and because I have more than one scent, I've got others to choose from. So I'm just like,
I used to be so childish. When girls used to comb their wig and stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, what are you doing? You know, when you play with a doll, you just So it's not yours. It's
You're
not even
so
yours.
dumb.
It's not yours.
We are very aware. We know it's not ours. Technically, it is. I paid for it, so it is mine. How about that?
The cognitive dissonance with this whole wig debate is crazy. I ain't
love-
gonna have that debate though.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna be the panelist for that
you
debate.
don't need to.
But
It's okay.
I'm building a platform so that I can facilitate those debates.
Listen,
I'll get all the black women who
it's
are
a,
on
it's
the,
a,
on the
it's
other
a,
side of the debate.
it's a hill that, you know, I've got a friend, yeah, he's so funny because I tease him because I'm like, you don't like black girls. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know his type, but he always tries to prove to me that his type is not what I think.
Yeah.
And it's jokes because he will always send me random girls on Instagram, yeah.
That's why I like
Random
this.
girls, yeah. So he sent me one yesterday, a girl that I follow and I know, and I think she's pretty, she's dark skinned. And he sent it to me and I was just like, it's like random, yeah. So I was like, she's pretty in it. He's like, I think so. I said, what do you mean you think so? I said, why do you think so? He goes, I said, why'd you send it to me? Because I'm trying to convince myself. I was like, black man, like who you like. Like, why are you trying to convince me that, nah, I like everybody? No, you don't.
That's so interesting.
No, you don't.
That is so interesting. I wonder, like, what it's like to live in his type of mind state. Like, just looking at black women and be like,
No, do you know what it is? He likes, I think, for me, I find it funny because I tease him in it because I've noticed he's got a type. And my thing is, if you have a type, you have a type, innit?
what's
Like,
his type?
he likes, I believe he likes racially ambiguous girls.
When you say racially ambiguous, I in like Turkish and that?
No, like mixed, but you know when you're just like, I know what I mean. I feel like people in the audience might know what I mean.
It's nice for you to say that. I'm trying to get an image.
Like, he
is there
likes-
a person you can say?
Curly hair. Like he likes, he don't want to, he wants to rub his fingers through your hair and not feel tracks. You get what I mean? That kind of.
But she can be black.
Yeah, but on the fairer side.
Oh, so light skin girls.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then also like non-black girls that look like they could be mixed with black, but they're not black. Do you get what I mean? So whenever he shows me girls that he likes, I'm like, you have a type.
Have you got a name of one of those ambiguous ones
No.
in celebrity culture? Like
Give me a name. My mind's gone blank.
Talisa?
No. Because I don't think she's racially ambiguous.
I thought you said he. Okay, fair. Yeah, if it is, you don't see it, then you wouldn't be thinking that. How about that singer, Kalani?
Yeah. Where is she from actually? Because she doesn't look.
Oh,
it's
there you
true.
go.
She doesn't
You
look.
don't know.
She doesn't look white, but she
You don't
doesn't.
know.
Yeah, she's. It's like she got something in her. Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Right. And how long have you known this fella?
Known of each other for a while, but I'll say over the last year we've got a bit closer.
Oh.
Mm.
And you've seen his girlfriends and whatnot?
I mean, I wouldn't say girlfriends.
This is just the links.
He's a bachelor, innit? So, yeah.
Ah.
Oh, he'll be like, what do you think of her? What do you think of her? What do you think of her? And this is what I'm saying. Everybody that you're showing me is like the same.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, you don't like black girls, do you? So no, I do. It's like, okay, it's fine if you don't.
Wow. But yeah, I mean,
How did we get onto this topic, by the way?
we were talking about nasty, pungent scents that women should not be wearing.
So how did I get onto
We,
that?
s- we s- like just pivoted because you wanted to talk about your friend and his
Oh,
preferences.
sorry.
No, it's all right. It's okay. I mean, that's what we do when it is. It's just both of us, isn't it?
Sorry.
It's not that we're stretching anything out to delay anything. help ain't coming.
We try, isn't it? And God loves a trier. I
So-
went to the gym really early this morning. I'm quite proud of myself.
Yeah, because you got a nice date today.
I got a
haven't you?
date today.
You have a nice date today.
I have a date today
And
with
you
the
are
most.
ready. You are ready. What are you looking forward to the most?
Just getting to know her, you know.
Mm,
Yeah, I find children so fascinating,
yeah.
guys. I'm going on a date with Eman's daughter today.
Why do you find them fascinating? Is it
'Cause
because they're insane curiosity?
Yeah, and they're just so like, they're so
sharp.
Yeah, but kids make me laugh because they don't know, like, you know what I do love about kids, yeah, is how honest they can be without considering anyone's feelings. Let me give you an example. See, yesterday, yeah, Georgia came home and she was like, see, this is why I don't really like Elijah, yeah, our nephew. And I was like, what happened?
Because I was saying, who's Elijah?
Our nephew. And she was like, because she went to my brother's, yeah, and obviously they haven't seen her in ages, so it was kind of like the big reveal, right? I was like, oh my gosh, she lost so much weight. Do you know what he said to her? He's like, Auntie Georgia, you haven't lost weight, you're still fat. Like, first of all.
Oh, serious?
Yes.
And you laughed, innit?
I wasn't there.
Oh, you wanted to be there to laugh?
No, I laughed when she told me because I found it funny. But you see, like, that's what I mean about kids. Like, they're just so unaware.
Yes.
Do you get what I mean? Yes. I found it funny.
How old is Joshua?
Elijah. How did you say Joshua? I said Elijah. How did you get to Joshua?
Basically, I wanted to say something about Joshua. So.
Okay, well, Joshua is not Joshua. Joshua is 7. No, he's 6. He's going to be 7 in June.
So he's old enough to actually know that.
Yeah, he knows he's being rude. Yeah, he don't care. He don't care. Like, he's the same person who said to me, Gina, where's your children? Like, where's your house? Oh, you see my niece and nephew? They get onto me all the time. Like, because...
Do you punish him?
They'll be like, oh, Auntie Gina, how old are you? And then I'll say, they're like, oh, you're close, because me and their mum are like a year apart, innit?
Yeah.
So they're, oh, your mummy's age.
Yeah.
So where's your children? Where's your husband? Yeah. What do you have? You know, you're thinking, oh, is it?
Did you tell him that his mum don't love him?
No, I don't do stuff like that.
Oh, serious?
No, I'm just like, do you know what? It's fine because you're going to grow up and I'm going to remember this conversation. I can't wait.
Oh, is that what
to be like, oh, okay. Yeah.
You speak those type of words into his,
where's your children?
His life.
What? No, but no, because you're going to grow up and realize that life doesn't go how you planned. Not all the time. Do you know what I mean?
So you say,
but then, no, do you know what I did say to them? Yeah.
Watch.
No. I was like, your family been speaking about me. Because where did you hear it from? That you're coming to ask me these questions?
That's crazy.
Yeah. I was like, so what have you not been saying in your household that you're coming to come and question me and ask me these things? Little rodents. But yeah. But they are in my business. Like, proper in my business. Yeah, and I just think, you, that used to change your nappy. And now you think you're grown enough to come and ask me.
Have you ever beat him?
No, I'll punish them by like...
Punish them? Yeah.
Not punish. You can't go on the iPad. I'm taking it away from you.
That's the punishment.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
That's the loving correction, yeah?
Sit in the corner.
Are you telling me to sit in the corner?
Go and sit down. Go and face the wall.
Face the wall?
Yeah, I'm freaked like that.
So you can be isolated.
No, we're all in the same room, but we're all having fun and you're over there.
Oh, man.
Because you want to be rude.
That could be more damaging than putting them like over your knee and slapping them a couple of times.
Oh, okay. I see what you're doing here, but it's not me that you're gonna...
You're saying you're gonna continue.
It's not me that you're gonna... What's it called? Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're lucky I don't make you do... You know the African punishments where you're holding your ears and you're in a squat.
That
and you're in a squat. To be fair, yeah, they're never like...
That bad?
No, like, they're never like that bad to the point where like, do you know what I mean? Like, I haven't witnessed that stuff. It's just more like, when you get annoying... And as like, when you get annoying, I'm gonna like not allow you to do certain things, and then you're gonna come to your senses. Do you get what I mean? No one's ever really given me like proper attitude though, to be honest with you. Because that's when I'm gonna be like,
excuse me? All right, this is the day our relationship changed.
Like, who do you think it's to? Oh, that's when you're gonna see. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be a deadly day.
I'm mean, more like, all right, me and so are going here, you're not coming. Stay at home and cry. Yeah. Not coming.
Yeah, if only you knew how I treated my father, you wouldn't be talking to me like this. You're too brighty.
Oh, what people saying that's child abuse.
When is Georgia coming in? So the loyal Meet Us After 7
listeners can see Georgia.
The transformation.
She can't ever because
she can make it work.
Innit?
She can make it work. She takes holidays.
I'll find a day because she doesn't always go into work. Actually, there's days where she might like have annual leave and stuff. So I'll figure it out.
Yeah, she should come in. She's definitely come in because she's no longer fluffy. You hear that, people? She is no longer fluffy.
You're annoying. So Sarah, our Sarah, you know the Sarah I'm talking about.
Yes.
She goes to your gym as well.
Yeah. Only I paused only because anybody who is a plumber in the community, right, or knows a plumber and can vouch for a good plumber, right, can you contact the day after on Instagram or on Discord or on Twitter or on my email, please, because Sarah is looking for a plumber, not our Sarah, my Sarah.
All right, cool.
Yeah, she's looking for a good plumber, decent prices, please. Not an extortionate animal. But anyone who does know, please holla. Sorry, go on. Our Sarah.
Yeah, she went out and she saw Georgia, so she messaged me. She was like, "Oh, I'm sitting next to your sister. She's lost so much weight. She looks really amazing." Yeah.
How do you know about your sister?
Because she's seen her before.
Serious? She used to go to public?
You know,
Go,
you see, this is
go,
the stuff
go.
I always tell Georgia. I always tell Georgia, I don't know why you like Brent, you know. Because I said, if you hear the way Brent
She
speaks,
likes me because
the way-
I see her and
I was like-
I'm compassionate
I
towards
was like,
her.
you see the way Brent
She
speaks
ain't getting
about
it from you.
The way Brent
She ain't
speaks
getting it
about
from you.
Whatever, man.
Right?
Anyway, so Sarah messaged me. She was like, I'm sitting next
She likes it on male attention.
Sarah said, I'm sitting next to your sister. She looks really good. So I was like, I'll tell her. She was like, are you sure? Because I don't want to like start with her and make her shy.
Yeah.
I said, no, trust me.
Make her shy.
She's going to strut her. I said, when
Wait
she
a
comes to
minute.
tell me,
Why
she's
would
going
she be
to
shy?
strut her. Because obviously, it's just more like she doesn't know who Georgia doesn't know who Sarah
Where
is.
was
They
Sarah?
were out at a restaurant. Georgia was with my cousins. And Sarah was out of her family.
Ah.
So, do you know what I mean? She was like,
So she's out on public now also.
Sarah
You risking
basically
it all.
didn't want to rattle her.
Was
kind
she
of
with the
thing.
boyfriend?
Oh, you know what? Can I tell the story?
Sorry, go ahead.
She didn't want to rattle her. And then
I got 2 hours sleep by you. I'm trying to.
oh, okay, I
trying
get
to,
you. I get
meet
you.
me.
I get you. Fair enough.
Monday morning.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Ah.
Go on.
They should never have us two here. Esther,
right.
come back, please.
Go on.
Yeah. See, now it's taking too long. I just don't want to tell it
I'm
anymore.
still here. I'm still locked in. To be
Okay,
honest.
fine. Anyway,
I'm on the edge of my seat.
I just told her to tell her because trust me, it's going to give her a confidence boost, and it did. When
It
she
did?
came,
She's
she was
like,
like, "Oh my gosh, yeah," but it was,
You know, the most viral sensation, babes, of the last
you know,
to me.
are you Stevie Wonder? What's going on right now? But it's the way she came and told me. I knew that's how Jules was gonna come and tell the story. If you get what I mean. So I was just like, "My job here's done."
Do you
Gave
let
her
her have
a
a
big
moment, though?
confidence boost. Huh?
Do you let her have a moment?
Yeah, of course I did.
All right. But then you told her, yeah, I already knew. And I told her.
No, because I said her name and she was like, "Thank God," because she was like, I wanted to ask her name,
Yeah.
but I didn't want to like make it awkward. If
Oh,
you
wait,
get what I
wait,
mean.
wait. So she didn't even know her like that.
No. So obviously, I think Sarah was like, "Oh my gosh, Georgia, you look so amazing. You lost whatever." And she was like, "Oh my gosh, thank you." But obviously, Georgia was like in her head, she knew that she must know her through me.
That's bad.
Why?
Because she's like, oh, so you only paid me a compliment because you know my sister. Instead, what could have been better is if it is a stranger who looked like that paid her a compliment.
Yeah, but it was. She said you've lost so much weight, so she'd have to know her from before. Do you get what I mean?
Fair.
Yeah, that makes.
That is deductive reasoning. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know.
She was too afraid to say who. You know me?
But I would, yeah, but I wouldn't ask. I don't like. I feel like those are like awkward questions.
It
no?
makes sense that you wouldn't ask because you are just Jean. Is she known enough in the streets?
Oh, hi Sarah. See, look, she said, "What time is she?" Just tuned in.
Wait, is that the Sarah you're talking about?
Yes,
That's who you talk about all the time?
yes.
I thought you
No, not now.
I thought you were talking
no.
about the other one, the viral one.
Oh, you are a.
So what did you think I was doing? What were you laughing at? My jokes were just wasted.
Wait.
You were just laughing because I was talking.
Wait.
What?
Oh, because I just saw someone say the viral sensation. I'm so confused.
Wow. So you really just be just laughing. Your default state is just a giggle.
I found what you said funny.
How? You didn't know the context?
How can I not find what you said funny? What did you say? I don't remember now.
Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. Time is gone.
Sorry.
God damn.
All
But
right.
that's who I was talking about when I said the plumber.
That's who I was talking about. That's why I said I was Sarah. You know what's interesting? So you're saying viral sensation is our Sarah. Since when?
I thought you were masking it using coded language.
No. Why would I do that?
What would you do instead to reference her? Huh?
I would have said Yusuf Sarah.
Wow.
Because don't wow me like last week you didn't lift up his whole skirt on this episode.
Now we're here.
No,
I've
don't
opened
do
the
that.
gate and you've just run on through.
Don't do that.
He's like, I'm glad to be here.
No. Last week, you know you did.
Oh my
you
gosh, I'm giving you the permission,
You
yeah?
pulled down somebody's pant last week. You pulled it. And you didn't even pull it smaller. You pulled it to the point where it was at his ankles.
Talking about. I told you I did that
No.
to basically save my friend. Because I want people running about thinking that,
Guys,
she's doing a dirty on our
guys,
bro.
sorry, in the chat, yeah. Did Brent last week not pull down a man's pants? You pulled it all the way to his ankles.
Can you give them context?
They were here, they know. I'm not bringing it up again.
I don't think
for you
so.
to clip it up and then say that it was me.
I don't like that I was getting messages saying, oh my gosh, is she cheating on you? I don't like that. So I had to put it out there.
I guess, exactly. So my point is, you made it clear last week who we were talking
I protect
about.
my brethren, that's why.
That's fine. But
What about you?
What do you mean? I don't protect my brethren?
I asked you if you did.
If I did what? Yeah, of course I do.
Mm.
Wait. You know what, yeah? You know what I don't like? I don't like how, yeah, you know way too much, yeah, and I tell you too many things. I tell you too many things. I believe I do, because there's certain things that you shouldn't know.
The stuff that Gina knows that nobody else knows about me, it's crazy,
I know what you're talking about. And you know what? I'm not
Crazy.
doing that today.
Crazy.
It's not crazy.
Crazy.
And you know, I was literally just about to talk about, I was literally about to bring up the
Really?
topic like an idiot.
Oh my god.
I would have forgot myself.
Oh my god. You really don't be knowing that there's a mic to talk into and there are cameras that are on you.
I know. And obviously, if I would have told that story, it would have been so, like, I guess you'll never know.
I guess you never know.
Yeah, it's mad still.
And podcast files. There's Epstein files, there's Diddy files, and then there is.
You see, can I just say, guys, you see some, let me just tell you something. You see the studio, the secrets, yeah. You see, like, if walls could talk. You see these four walls.
Oh man.
The gist.
The world in which is we live in.
The gist that has passed these four walls, yeah. And I'm not even just talking about, like, this cast.
Yeah.
Think about every single person that records in this studio, yeah.
Yeah.
The gist that has is
Yeah. It's gonna get worse though.
it's a lot.
It's
Is all
gonna
I'm
get
saying.
worse very soon. But anyway,
it's a lot.
that's again hinting at the big reveal, but soon
Times
come,
are
soon
changing.
come.
Times are changing.
Soon come, soon come. When's
By
last
the way,
time,
Brent's threatened to find me.
oh, is that what we did?
Brent threatened to find me this
Well,
morning.
if since we're here, she's not just the only person on
I'm
the chopping
not.
block.
It's not. No, trust me,
It's
guys.
not just
all of
her.
us.
So right then. So
All of us.
don't go on like it was just
Nah.
targeted.
Brent has basically threatened to fire all of us.
It's not how I worded that, but
Within good reason, though. To be fair.
there are going to be spots freeing up if anybody's interested. They got a little free time every single morning from 8 a.m. Not after. 8 a.m. to 10:30. Please
Improved.
send in your what?
Nothing.
What did you say?
Nothing. Go on. Go off, King.
I didn't hear what she said. If anybody heard what she said, because
Yeah.
she was in front of a microphone, let me know, please. I want to participate in this giggle. Send in your resumes. I am going to be very, very.
8 to 10:30. Is that 10:30 real though?
It will be.
Are you sure?
Again, I'm teasing out the big reveal. Yeah, it has to be because of what happens afterwards. There'll be other. Anyway.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Hear it.
Anywho. Send in your resumes. Send in your CVs. I don't really mind if it is that I get CVs from white people. If only to just make me giggle for the day. I will not be hiring you. We've already got our diversity higher. Do you see White Ramsey as white? Oh, one of those ambiguous things that you were talking about.
Yeah, I don't see him as white, but he's
crazy, man.
He's obviously not black.
What is he?
He's Moroccan. No?
What does that mean?
He's African.
Oh, wow, look at you, just.
But white African.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah, he's white African. I mean, he's not black African, but then he's not white either. Like, it's a hard one, but yeah. Can I be honest? I would see, if I was to meet him, I'd think he was like Middle Eastern, you know?
What is? Oh,
like,
what do you mean? What do you mean? Like Iranian?
Yeah.
You think he looks like he's from Iran?
No, but I mean, like, I wouldn't look at him and think, oh, you're Moroccan.
Serious?
No.
Is that a plus or minus? Is that
I don't know.
A credit to him, or is it a?
I don't know.
Drawback.
I don't know.
You just said it, but I'm not. I'll ask you to process this question.
I can't, because I don't know how he can tell me whether that's a plus or a minus, to be honest, because he's on the receiving end. Do you get what I mean?
It's like what's that? Good.
Who's that? Borat.
Is it the Borat?
I was thinking about that the other day, you know, and I was like, you know, that film could never come out in this day and age.
It could.
No, that film was wild.
Yeah, people will watch it too.
No, Borat was insane.
Risque.
No, I feel like risque is the. I remember. I'm sure from what I remember, it wasn't like those in the film didn't realize that it was like a joke. Like,
I think some of the skits he was pranking people.
Yeah, but like in the moment they didn't know it was like it wasn't staged. It was staged, but like those on the receiving end didn't realize. If you get what I mean. So a lot of it was like real life reactions. That film was insane, from what I remember. Yeah.
So
anyway,
Ramsey's
do I see him as Borat? No.
Good.
Maybe not Borat, but like, where's Ali G from? Like,
who was I just mentioning just now?
The same person, but I mean, because when you said Borat, I thought of the character. But let's just as in like the whole character of Borat. But him
which is the strongest character for you when you think of that actor?
Ali G.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does it connect to you a bit more?
Don't do that.
I'm just asking a question.
Because I remember growing up, that's how I knew him.
Wicked.
Yeah, as Ali G. And then obviously Borat came after. And he's done another. What's that? There was another film that was stupid. In between. What was the other film?
I think I know what you're talking about. Hold up.
Is he come? Is he from Iran?
No, I think he's Israeli.
Someone said he's Jewish.
Sacha Baron Cohen.
Someone said Google Sacha, his wife.
The Dictator.
I think that is another one of his stupid.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Is that what he looks like now?
As in,
shut up.
What do you mean?
Again, I've not seen him in years, so obviously he's aged. Duh. So I don't know what I was expecting to see. But yes, see, like, sorry, Ramsey, don't be offended, but like.
Oh, is Ramsey offended?
No, I don't know if he is, but I'm saying like, you lot. I think it's the complexion. Yeah. Is he related to the psychologist, Sacha? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
I feel like he might be, you know, or did I make it up?
Psychologist, are you talking about?
When I was doing psychology in school, there was a famous psychologist called Baron Cohen. That did a lot of studies, and referenced him a lot. So I think they might be. Let me see.
All right, whilst it is that we are occupying this dead broadcast air, let me read out a message from Chijoke. Brent, can we wish one of our silent listeners, silent listeners, don't worry, I'm just waking up, Johnson, a happy birthday. He appreciates you guys being part of his morning routine.
Oh, happy birthday, and I'm a friend. One more year.
Is this your son? Because that is wrecky. Him passing you on a message to basically tell us to shout him out.
Why?
He should just type that in the chat. You get me?
Fair, but
Why is
he's
Chijoki
maybe because he's a
the
silent
in-between
listener.
man?
Maybe because he's a silent listener.
I only found out on the weekend that he is a big fan of Emmanuel.
Who?
Chijoki.
Oh, is it?
Like a super fan.
Oh, is it?
If your man had a Patreon, he'd be the top tip.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Our sister Maggie provided some information to the Discord yesterday that showcased Emmanuel being caught in the act.
I think Emmanuel's a special human being. I'm not gonna lie.
How special? Special, so special, so special.
Yeah, he is, man. He's just
You've
special.
never met a person like Emmanuel before?
No.
Sorry, so what is so fascinating about Emmanuel to you?
I think
because I'm too close to
because
the
you know
source.
him, right? So I guess for you, he's the norm, right?
No, he's special for different reasons for me.
Oh, I think because he's just so layered. Like
Run the
for
layers. That's
example,
what I'm
like-
interested in. What have you basically perceived?
like what I said last time, like the fact that you're vegan and then you're pro-black, but then you call yourself a Christian on
He
one
doesn't.
day.
Don't
Oh,
do
you
that.
don't.
He doesn't.
Well, I don't know. Like, are you Christian? Are you not? The Nation of Islam? You're both Ghanaian and Nigerian at the same time. Like, there's just so many, like, do you know what I mean? It's just a lot to juggle in one human being. Like, how does your brain rest? And then, yeah, being on the other end of that person. So being in close proximity, not even as a friend, I think as a partner, more so, yeah. Like, do you know what I mean?
You think that will rattle you if you were his wife?
No, I don't know if it would rattle me. And again, she's probably used to it because she's married to him. She knows the person that she married in it. But
Yeah.
I just think he just has so many layers. That's what makes him fascinating for me. And for example, the fact that I can't go and take my girl to watch anything that doesn't have black characters in it. Like, he doesn't play. Like, I literally was like, you take this so serious, innit? Like, he just kept saying, Snow White has no black characters, Gina. She can't see Snow White. Like,
Does he know that for real though?
I don't know, but he said the other day he wanted to take her
Let me
cinema,
see.
right? And he showed her the trailer, and then he took the trailer off because he realised there was no black characters in it. So he's like, no, she can't go and see it.
I think that's quite cool.
That what?
That he basically is all over what she's consuming if he wants to pattern her mind a particular way.
No, but that's why.
I'm seeing a black character here.
But that's what I was proud of because I was like, I actually love how you're
I'm
not.
seeing two black characters.
Is it?
Yep.
Send it to me, please. I can send it to him and be like, listen,
Yep.
I found two black characters. We're going to watch Snow White.
Let me see. Are there any black characters
In Snow White.
in the latest Snow White movie?
Like, he really, do you know what it is? For me, I was like, you know, you actually live, you like, you stand on business. I respect it. Yeah.
All right, so you have Ansu Kabia, who portrays the huntsman.
Okay.
The
So wait.
character ordered by the evil queen to kill Snow White, so a murderer.
Can you send it to me, please?
100%.
No,
Additionally,
send it because I'm like,
there's Dude Jonna
there's no other, but I think
Gift plays Maple, one of the 7 bandits. Again, a criminal, allied with Snow White's love interest, Jonathan. Furthermore, Titus Burgess provides the voice for Bashful, one of the 7 dwarfs. So you got 3 characters, black characters.
yeah.
That's enough for representation.
Emmanuel, oh, he's probably not.
He's not listening to
because he's
this.
working, innit?
Who's working?
I'm just gonna be like, bro, there's 3 black characters in Snow White. We are
Yep.
going to see those. Because I'm like, you're ruining my day, like with what we had planned.
Yep. I told you you're not doing the anti-job properly.
You know, by the way, guys, Brent told me to just forget what Emmanuel said and was like, listen,
I did not say that.
If you're doing this auntie thing properly, you're gonna be
There
like,
you
oh,
go.
if you're gonna do this auntie thing properly, you're gonna tell my girl, look, we're gonna go watch it, but shh, Don't tell your dad.
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did. You even did this. You even did shh as
Is
well.
that what we did? Is that what we did? All right, cool. So now
We're partying.
the gates open. All right, all right, then.
Hello, hi. There
All
are
right, then.
3 black characters in Snow White, please. because what are we doing here? Gosh.
Let's see what Stacey's saying. All right. I have a friend whose mum only let her watch Brandy's Cinderella.
Impossible.
So she grew up thinking Cinderella is black. She fought kids in school because she has no idea there was a white Cinderella.
That's interesting. I watched that Black Cinderella, but do you know why that Cinderella made no sense whatsoever though? Like it just didn't make any sense.
So he doesn't want his daughter to see anything with black characters, but he is deeply in love with Kemi Badenoch, who is dangerous to little girls like his daughter. Goddamn. There's the layers you were talking about.
See?
The complexity.
This is what I'm saying. He's not a normal... Yeah.
But you would have a lot of giggles with him, wouldn't you? You'd just be laughing at him, with him.
Yeah, I find him funny.
Very, right? Yeah. Very. Very. He is multi-talented. Again, I can't really share the depth and breadth of his creativity.
Why?
Because people forget that he's married and want to basically just gobble him up. Just gobble him up. But don't worry, I shall try my best to create vehicles for him to be able to showcase his other layers that you have not yet seen. Yeah.
We've not seen yet.
Yeah. But anyway, enough about that young man. Because he's not in today.
Is the heater on?
Would you like it to be on?
No.
Is it hot?
Yeah.
All right.
Is there nothing on at all?
No, there's nothing on.
Oh, maybe it's the lights.
And you got short pants on.
I'm in shorts.
You're still warm.
Yeah. I think it's the lights.
Can Brent ask Gemini about the anti-black statements from Kemi Badenoch to go through? Izzy Bambino, are you suggesting that she has no anti-black statements? Because I do believe that you are another individual who is on the side of Iman when it comes to Kemi should be celebrated. Is this why you're asking me this question? Please let me know. Please let me know. Or you can jump on Discord. Let's have a back and forth. You can tell me why you think her saying that white supremacy does not exist and there's no racist problem in Britain.
Guys, sorry. So I messaged Emmanuel, yeah?
What was his response?
I said, hello, hi, there are 3 characters in Snow White, please. He said, are they servants?
No, tell him they're criminals. He likes that.
He said they need to be main characters.
They are main characters.
What are the characters again?
Tell him they're criminals. One is sent to the main person, the main assassin to kill Snow White.
Oh, Emmanuel is so funny. Is that actually the case?
I just read it out. I've never seen this.
One is the main assassin to kill Snow White.
So as Ansu, that's a black name. Kabia, very black name, portrays the huntsman, the character ordered by the evil queen. Don't put evil, just say queen, to unalive Snow White. And he will see it as, oh, okay, a man looking to abuse a woman. Aha! Ting, ting, ting! Patriarchy restored. Oh, man.
Oh, what a time.
Dun, 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 dun.
Anyway, sorry. Let's crack on. Keep on, keeping on.
Take my breath away.
No, Eamon's too funny. Literally. Yeah.
All right, so let us start the headlines. Do you want to read all the headlines so you get it out the way? Because there's a dilemma.
Oh no, let's do one, then the dilemma. Then.
Yeah, get you warmed up.
Yeah.
Did he tell you whether she has any dietary requirements?
No.
So it's just putting your finger in your mouth and putting it up to the wind, yeah?
Someone's asked if you can raise Eman's response to all of this stuff tomorrow. Because it's true. Like, he's very layered. He is.
Yeah, to be honest, when you say Emmanuel's layered, do you think anybody else on this show is layered? Why have you just picked Emmanuel?
Because I think
you didn't know much about him.
But I also think his is the most
conflicting.
Yeah.
So what is conflicting?
Not conflicting, but I just feel like there's so many like things you wouldn't expect.
So that's why I asked you.
Like
what
that's
what
like
they were
I
in
said,
it.
it's the stuff that I mentioned before.
All right, so
like,
you
number
said
one, he's
vegan,
yeah.
right? You said vegan.
That's okay.
And you've met plenty black vegans, right? Especially when it is they're talking about the consciousness and this and next. They're eating grass or pulses. 100% you have.
Yeah.
I know you know a few vegans and vegetarians.
Who's a vegetarian?
You don't know any vegetarians?
That I know. Do you know what? I don't know. None of them are like close to me though. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the more interesting part of his veganism is that he will eat like jollof rice with the chicken stock.
Yeah, there's some people I know that wouldn't even do that.
I know. So he's not really vegan. So it's not really fascinating.
Okay.
I don't want to take that from him, but he's
and then
fake
after
vegan.
that, you've got. I think the Nation of Islam stuff is what blows my mind the most.
Why?
Because I've never.
You've never met somebody.
No, and I've always thought it was an American thing. Exactly.
100% it is.
So to be around someone who takes it so serious to the point where they go to conventions, like I draw the line.
Yeah.
Like again, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that for me blows my mind. You're not even American, but you catch flights, go on plane to go and sit there.
Yeah, yeah.
And you know when you went last time, like I said, I was like, Eman, don't tell me that is you.
Yeah.
That I'm hearing in this video.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it was just so. I find it so funny.
Yeah. Did he show you the picture of when it is he touched his
garment?
God. Yeah.
No, he didn't. He touched the hem of his garment. I didn't know that.
Crazy.
So again, there's that. And then obviously the whole Ghana and Nigeria, like the fact that he claims to be both, depending on what day it is or where the wind blows.
The fact that his parents were born in Ghana, both of them.
Yeah.
But they're Nigerian.
Yeah.
And when he got sent back, he didn't get sent back to Nigeria.
He got sent back to Ghana. Yeah, exactly. So again, that's not something.
And yet he will swear down he's from Yoruba land. Prime Yoruba land.
Yeah. Again. And then I feel like he's also very big on, I guess, Yoruba traditions. Like that conversation that we had recently.
African spirituality, mean?
Yeah.
Yes, he is very big on that. But there's a conflict with the NY stuff.
So this is do you see what I mean? Like there's just a lot.
Yes.
I've never met someone who has had all of this in one person.
Yes.
Do you see what I mean?
Yes.
That's why for me it blows my mind. And then he's someone that I speak to regularly. So like, it's not just in passing.
Yes.
Like this is really who you are.
Regularly is a stretch.
Huh?
Regularly is a stretch.
No, because it's weekly. To me, that's regularly. I've got friends that I haven't seen for time.
Sometimes you don't hear weekly, but it's a stretch.
But you understand what I mean? I see him more than I see Doreen and Christabel.
But you talking more
more than I see Dana and Beverly. I don't see them in person. No, as in seeing, like in person. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Brian Man. Brian Man. Is that what you call him?
Bra Ima.
Brian Man.
Bra Ima. Not Iman. Ima.
Brian Man.
No, you know.
How come you've never invited him to your house to meet your mama? Or How come he's never invited you to his house to have sup?
Well, I'm going to his house today, so.
That doesn't count. That does not
How
count.
do you know he won't invite me in for sup?
Has he given you the invitation for his daughter's
Yeah,
shindig?
I'm not going to be here.
Oh, you put it in the WhatsApp group.
Yeah.
It wasn't really a personal invitation.
Okay,
I got a
fair
personal invitation.
Okay.
Because he knows I'll watch that in that group and I will not do anything.
Okay.
Whenever I go there, I always see Moses and the rest of the crew. And I realize that's why you're corrupt. your guidance isn't just guidance in, you know, how to be a wise and a gentle black
Someone said
man.
we're exposing E-Man.
You see what people do?
How?
Do you know he cares nothing?
This isn't
He
a
cares
roast.
not about
Also,
you,
this
you
is
know.
not a roast
When you say
E-Man day, by the
expose,
way.
like, what is this? Who did it? Was
Someone-
it Chujoke?
No.
Chujoke?
So, no.
Was it Easy Bambino?
TC said, I'm late. Is this the roast E-Man day? I don't even feel like we're roasting him yet.
God
first
damn
of
it.
all. Then, Nena said, is there a reason why you guys are exposing E-Man like this? Is this a ploy of them foreign investigators? Again, I don't feel like
Investigators?
I don't feel
That
like
doesn't say
we're
investigators.
thinking him.
And when you say ploy, when you find out who Iman really is, that's what I was hinting at before. You don't know.
And I don't know.
You don't know. Some people know.
I don't know the real.
Some people
I
in
don't
the
know
chat
the
know.
real Slim Shady.
Some people in the chat know.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, but
I'm yet to.
that is not my position to tell you guys that information.
Thank you, Life of God. It's true. All the things being said are things the audience have heard.
Come on.
But we have spent over half an hour on Emmanuel. Fair enough. So
We really haven't. We
No, I don't
spent
think we
half an
have.
hour going back and forth about different things. But
yeah,
Not on Emmanuel.
no, we love Emmanuel.
Okay.
I know.
Speak for yourself.
I knew you were going to say that. Well, I love Emmanuel.
Yeah, I'm priced in. Yeah, I'm very loyal to a T.
Love that for you.
Yeah. But we find out, don't worry. Don't you worry.
Right, you're
Chijoki
saying-
says, Brent, I don't know what this narrative is. I'm not an Immaculite. Jeez, you've made up a name for yourself. All right, I'm calling you Immaculite from now on. I didn't know that word existed.
Sorry, who is Falcon the Black Belt, by the way?
That is Margs. That's his second his burner count.
No, because there's a lot of testosterone in the chat.
What's he saying?
There's just a lot of like,
Single mother crew.
huh?
Single mother crew.
Yeah, it's just,
Yeah.
it's Monday.
Yeah, but you know how
It's Monday morning.
the manosphere has to basically, you know,
Like-
shake the table first thing in a.
I mean, it's a
In the
Monday
morning.
morning, like good morning, like good vibes only kind of, you know what I mean? I'm just like, okay.
God damn.
It's just, there's a lot of, Anyway, my dear, please, headlines.
It's not the headlines. You said you
No.
wanted to ask a friend first.
No, I said headlines, then a dilemma.
Oh, is that what you said?
Yeah,
Alright, fair. Let's start with the headlines then.
yeah.
Let's start with it.
These emojis are killing me, by the way. Like, where did you get them from?
Don't worry. No, that comes default. But soon we're gonna have our own TDA emojis. I'm gonna whip some up.
No, it's true. Someone said a lot of Kevin energy first thing in the morning. Where is Kevin? Where is that human being? I ain't seen him for time.
All right, cool. Headlines. Let's get serious. Let's let the people know what they need to know.
So annoying. I can't even take a toilet break.
You can go.
No, let's do it first. All right, guys, so we're going to get into our headlines. So first headline is about a furious row with Labour MPs who were denied entry to Israel. So a furious political row has broken out after two Labour MPs were denied entry to Israel and deported after being accused of planning to spread anti-Israel hatred. Wan Yang and Abtisam Mohammed were rejected because they were suspected of plans to document the activities of security forces and spread anti-Israel hatred, according to a statement from the Israeli Immigration Ministry. Miss Yang, who represents Early and Woodley, and Miss Mohammed, the MP for Sheffield Central, both flew to the country from Luton on Saturday and later said they were astounded by their treatment. The Israeli Immigration Ministry said the MPs were accompanied by 2 assistants on the trip, and during questioning, they claimed they were visiting Israel as part of an official parliamentary delegation. But Israeli officials said immigration officers found no evidence to support the claim they were travelling as part of the official delegation. No politicians or government officials were aware they were coming, they added. Conservative leader, Eman's friend, Kemi Badenoch, told Sunday Morning with Trevor Phillips she was not surprised that MPs were detained and that every country should be able to control its borders, and that's what Israel was doing, as far as I understand. UK Foreign Secretary David Lammy criticised Ms Badenoch's comments, writing in a post on X, "It's disgraceful you are cheerleading another country for detaining and deporting 2 British MPs. Do you stay the same about Tory MPs banned from China?" In an interview with Sky News, Dame Emily Thornberry confirmed the women have landed back in the UK and that they'll be okay. Second headline. So more than 50 countries have contacted Trump to try to negotiate after he announced sweeping tariffs this week, the US National Economies Council Director Kevin Hassett says. Indonesia and Taiwan say they won't impose retaliatory tariffs, while Israeli President Benjamin Netanyahu is heading to Washington, D.C. to meet Trump for trade talks. This comes after a 10% baseline tariff on most US imports kicked in yesterday. UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer warns the world as we know it has gone and says the government is ready to step in to protect the British economy. A top trade advisor to Donald Trump has urged Americans not to panic and to sit tight until the market finds its bottom. After this, Peter Navarro tells Fox News there will be the biggest boom in the stock market we've ever seen. And the last headline, Sir Keir Starmer has said the world as we know it has gone after US President Donald Trump slapped sweeping tariffs on dozens of trading partners, including the UK. Sir Keir has said that the government stands ready to use industrial policy to help shelter British business from the storm. It comes after the US president put a 10% tariff on all UK goods exports to America, including a 25% tariff on all British car makers. Labour Minister Darren Jones said that a trade war was in no one's interest and said that globalisation, as we've known it, has come to an end. However, Reuters has reported that EU is considering retaliatory tariffs on 28 billion worth of US imports. A list of US goods that could be slapped with tariffs will reportedly be presented to the EU countries late on Monday. The EU Commission President Ursula von der Leyen has said Europe stands ready to defend its interests through proportionate countermeasures if necessary. And that is it for our headlines. We are now getting into asking for a friend.
Amazing. It's where it's supposed to be.
Not on my end.
It's just after People's Journal. All right, let me refresh this over here.
Yeah, mine's not thingied.
Would you go on like a family outing with Emmanuel's family and yourself?
Why are we back here talking about Emmanuel? You
just said he's the most layered on the show. I asked you who else is layered, and you go back to Emmanuel. You could have gone around the panel.
Who else is layered?
Yeah.
I think Margs is layered, yeah, but I don't know if it's real layers though. Do you know why? Because I feel like Margs is a killie. We know he's a killie in it, and he blows my mind. No, he doesn't blow my mind, because blows my mind in the sense of like it gets worse and worse. Like I always feel like he's hit the glass ceiling, and then he just like the sky really is the limit with where this man's brain goes and how like disgusted sometimes I am with the stuff that comes out of his mouth. That's what I mean, right? But on the same breath, there'll be moments where like he comes across like genuine in terms of like wanting to like find love, seek love, and like that kind of stuff, then it just goes back to that, and I'm just like, yeah,
Really?
yeah. I think I catch glimpses.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think sometimes I catch glimpses where I'm like, nah. Mm-mm.
When you say seek love, are you talking about in just one person?
But that's the thing, see, because I don't think he can. I don't even think he wants to. But I'd say the next person after Eman who I find like that just continuously like bombs go off in my head, yeah. Definitely him.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. But these people you want to gravitate towards, even though they are dangerous.
Who, Mugs and Eman?
That's what you said, they were dangerous.
When did I say they're dangerous?
Oh, you don't think they're dangerous? You don't think that they hold dangerous views?
I just feel like they're just different. They're anomalies.
Yeah, they definitely are.
Yeah, in the normal day-to-day people that you meet.
Yeah. But you would feel safe with them, right?
Yeah, I'm not easily influenced.
You're not easily influenced.
So I don't think, because for me, yeah, when you're saying that they're dangerous, I'm
asking you because that's what I thought you were saying.
No, because I'm taking it to mean
so
dangerous.
So at no point in time did you ever think that they were dangerous?
No,
that's good.
But how do you? Because clearly you think they're dangerous.
No, it's just like these stupid emails I get and the text messages.
Oh, people say that they're dangerous.
They're cavemen. Toxic masculinity.
No, and the thing
misogyny.
is, I guess because I don't feed into that, but I do get how if that's the narrative that they're kind of like putting out there, they can have supporters, isn't it?
Do you think it's unfair to basically label somebody dangerous, especially these two men, knowing full well you kind of know them?
Yeah, I wouldn't label them dangerous.
All right.
Personally.
Would you be able to see why others might call
but
some of the things they say dangerous?
Yeah, that.
All right, so they're not dangerous, but some of the things that they say is dangerous. But aren't we all guilty of that?
I was literally about to say that though, but I was gonna say we all have
guilty of something.
I feel like there's probably certain things that I might say or do or like that people don't necessarily agree with, but
Question, out of all of us, right? When it comes to what one of our major tenets...
But you're mad as well, though, sorry.
100%, but we'll focus on me just now.
Yeah.
Out of all of us, one of the main tenets of TNB is to obviously look to facilitate prosperous and I guess positive growth within the Black British community, right? Out of all of us, who's the most hazardous towards that end, that particular goal?
So who do I think is not going to allow us to do what we've come to do based on
the things that they say, the ideologies they hold? You know?
I don't know. Oh, I don't know.
I'm giving you an opportunity to basically speak your mind and you're just biting your tongue. I don't know why.
No, it's not that. Do you know what it is? I guess when I think about it, yeah, I feel like, yeah.
I feel like...
I want to say Margs.
Margs?
Yeah.
Why did you say that?
Because he needs to be saved.
Can I ask you to specify
why
what and why?
I think with Margs, it's just purely from a relationship standpoint, like dealing with like women, and how he views certain things in that sense. And I don't believe his mindset is going to like allow the family unit,
as in
like to develop and
commitment.
Commitment, yeah, because he doesn't believe that. He doesn't believe in, like he says, he doesn't believe in cheating. Like, do you know what I mean? There's a lot of things that he don't think are a thing, right? And so, I don't think he, in terms of like the nuclear family,
yes,
in us, like, do you know what I mean?
Yes,
being a family unit, like marriage, and again, not everybody agrees with that, but if that's what you want,
yes,
someone like me, and that's what I want,
Yes.
right? Like, that mindset isn't going to help to build in black families, in my opinion.
Okay. All right, fair.
Yeah.
You're talking about the within the home and whatnot.
Yeah.
The cohesiveness and the unity and that. Well, how about asking the black community to hold Kemi Badenoch as our champion? Remember, it's not just one family, because remember, he's just focused on the thing that you're saying that he's guilty of is just one particular unit, right? Imaya's asking the entire community to champion Kemi.
Is anyone even taking him seriously with that?
As in, you just hear him say it and you think he's joking.
Not that I think he's joking you, but sometimes I'm like, I feel like sometimes it's like, this is the hill that he has decided to die on, yeah? So because he has to stand on business, he's like, because it don't make sense. Or is it because she's Nigerian? I don't get it.
But what my question is, which is most
which one's
dangerous
worse?
to the community? What Margs, you're suggesting that Margs is guilty of, would just affect, I guess, one household, maybe, right?
How?
So how many households would it affect?
Why would it only affect one household? Because
to
he's
me.
quite a very influential person.
Talk to me.
Like,
So
he has a whole.
So he's encouraging a lot of black young men to not look to commit. Yes?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not seeing it as it's just his family that he's impacting. He's very influential. So why would it only be one family? Do you get what I mean?
The type of people that are influenced by Margs, what's the type of people that are influenced by Margs?
I don't know.
Is it just Killies? Or Killy adjacents? Or
Yeah, I think so.
civilians get influenced also?
I mean, if you're a civilian and he's your idol, then it depends on who you are, innit? Do you know what I mean? People, because some people will turn around and say Mark says out loud what certain people are thinking about, not brave enough to say. So
Emmanuel's ideal world is to have as many black men take on more wives as possible.
Oh, is it?
But you know that. So
can I be honest?
That's beneficial to the community, isn't it? That's giving homes to more black women, right? Giving them more roles, responsibilities. Do you understand? That sounds like cohesion to me, right?
I guess.
That's not detrimental to the black community.
If you believe in polygyny, like if that's what you believe in and you can afford to do it, it's giving people a choice, isn't it? Like, the reason why I look at that, and I'm like, okay, if a man gave you the choice to be a second wife and all the cards are on the table, you have a choice to make a decision. The wall is not being pulled over your eyes. Everybody knows what they're dealing with and knows and is making an informed decision with all the information being presented to them, right? If you are cheating on me, you're not giving me that option.
Yeah.
You're being dishonest.
Yeah.
You're taking that opportunity away from me.
Love this.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So if I'm comparing the two, it's a more honest approach.
Fair. So Marx is still the main culprit.
No, I'm just. Do you know what?
You're weighing up 100%. You're making great arguments for Emmanuel. Jogi will be happy.
Why?
Because he's also immaculate, isn't it?
I'm not an immaculate.
Don't worry.
I'm neither.
Don't worry.
I'm neither.
Don't stress it.
I'm not stressing myself. Excuse me, I have a date with a man's daughter in a couple hours, so I don't know what.
You said that you're very self-aware. Right?
Yeah, I am.
So, what do you do that's detrimental?
Today is definitely the.
What do you do that's detrimental? What do you do that's detrimental to the black community?
What do I do that's detrimental to the black community?
What can you think that anybody can pluck from your life that is detrimental to the black community? You want to get them too fit, working them too hard, gym, like what is it?
I don't know. You tell me.
Those two things are good things.
Tell me what you know me though, innit? So what do you think?
I'm feeding into this positive day with negativity. I'll let you do that with Emmanuel and Max. I'm not doing that.
No, but like, I don't know. What do I do? That's
maybe your what's that term that people always say when it is that you don't look to rate yourself highly enough?
Maybe.
What's it called?
What? Imposter syndrome.
Imposter syndrome.
How's that detrimental to the
and
black
you
community?
proper amplify it on this higher platform. I'm so shy. I'm so shy.
It's just my
Fake
personality.
humble.
though. Do you know what it
Fake
is?
humble.
What's it? What's it?
Fake humble.
Oh, fake. Do you know what's so
That's
funny?
the thing now, isn't it?
Why do you think?
That's
I'm
your
fake?
thing, innit?
What my thing
You're
is being
really, really
fake
just like,
humble.
yeah, I did that.
I know.
But if I basically tell everybody that I'm the daughter of a queen, right? Yeah, people start hating me.
It was my anniversary the other day, by the way.
Serious?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Why do you think I'd be fake humble?
How'd you
though?
celebrate it?
Nothing. I'm joking.
Oh,
It
okay.
was her anniversary.
Has she changed a bit
Yeah. Yeah, she has.
for the better?
I think now she's just a lot more like she's just
Regal.
yeah, but I think
She does that a lot.
no, I just think she cares a lot more now because
Cares about you,
no, about like
life,
no
about culture.
what people think of her. because she's more in the limelight. Do you get what I mean?
Why is she wearing
You
that?
know, like
cologne,
before, huh? Why she
she
wear that
wear that
cologne?
cologne?
That's why. 'Cause she likes it.
though? Mhm.
You know, like before, I could get away with like posting my mum or like, do you know what I mean? And just
she's like,
whatnot. I can't do any of that now. She's very much like, and I'm just like,
I was not wearing makeup. Take it
sorry.
down.
No, it's not even that. It's not even a makeup thing. Do you know she always has to have her hair covered?
Is that part of the?
Yeah.
Oh,
So for example, like, she's always wearing like a headscarf or a wrap or like
yeah.
something.
Even indoors when nobody's
Yeah, like
watching her.
because someone might come
I
to the
love
house
it.
like a visitor
Love it.
or a guest.
Love
So I'm
it.
like, why? Or like, yeah.
Did she tell you why?
She said it's part of yeah.
What else does she observe as part of the tradition?
I think
Can
if
she take
she's-
like a man?
Huh?
Can she take a few concubines?
Can she what?
Take a few concubines.
I don't know. We've never had that conversation.
It's ask her,
I'll
man.
find out for
This
you.
is important.
Okay. She also, if she's going somewhere, she always has to be announced.
Yeah, by yourself.
No, so basically, like,
Just to call somebody and put them on speakerphone.
no, you're annoying. No, so for example, if she's at somewhere in our culture, if it's a wedding, funeral,
That is beautiful.
whatever it is,
Yeah.
whatever kind of thing it is, she
Yeah.
always has to be announced and brought in.
Yeah.
Like she can't just walk into a room.
Yeah.
Do you know how annoying that is?
It's not.
No, but for people like me who I don't want no parts, yeah.
I'm gonna fake humble.
I feel like I told you about it when we went to a
Yeah,
funeral.
you did.
And I said, sis, you're on your own.
Yeah.
I'm not
The
doing
funeral
this.
was all about her at the point.
Huh?
It was all about her at that point.
Yeah, but I needed it to be all about her. I didn't want no parts. I don't want to walk in with you. I just want to sit in. Do you know what I mean? But again, like, she has to get dressed up and like, it's a whole thing.
I see as she's taken that particular position with aplomb. She knows the responsibility that's put on her head, and she's living it.
There's one thing about it I don't like though.
Huh?
No, there's one thing about this whole process that I don't like.
What?
We don't have a say. Like, as her kids, we don't really have a say about her life, if you get what I mean. For example, God forbid, but she always gets annoyed when I talk about this, by the way. But like, it's not like I'm not speaking negative. Basically, if she was to pass away, yeah, let's just say God forbid, touch wood, all of that, yeah. But
That's not wood.
I didn't touch anything, but I just said it. But if we were,
That's not wood.
what's wood in this room?
Above your head. And stop believing in those
So what's this?
superstitions. You have Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior.
Jesus Christ! But anyway, yeah, we wouldn't be able to like have a say where she gets buried. Like we
She
have
doesn't belong to you anymore.
no. She basically that's my point.
Yeah.
Since this whole thing, my mum is not my mum. She doesn't belong to me. I don't have a say.
She wasn't your mom before.
in-
Don't go on like something's changed like that.
But I don't have a
Now
say.
that
in-
she's gone,
I don't
now
have
you're
a.
missing her.
I don't have a say in absolutely anything. And we had this conversation because I was just like, I'm not burying you in Ghana. And it was, my brothers were like, why are we even talking about this? It's so morbid. And I was like, yeah, I know, but like, that stuff frustrates me. Because I was like, look at how I go to see Janice and do you know what I mean? Like, I want to feel close to you. I'm not going to go fly on a plane and have to go into a village to come and see your grave.
When I ain't still gonna talk to you about this whole visiting these
grave thing.
sites. Yeah.
Does it rattle you?
Yeah, it should rattle you, but
Why?
don't worry.
It doesn't rattle me.
It sounds as though you're gonna start making it a flipping tradition where everybody dies. That needs to stop. What? They're no longer there. What? And sometimes you might bring something back.
You're so dumb.
God damn. Yeah, there's no good over there. But that's something that you need to ease
See,
into.
like everything, I just find that whole process just like, imagine having to, and the thing is, I think when I was talking to Gloria, because Gloria's grandma passed away not too long ago, and she came back to me and she was just like, yeah, good luck. Because her grandma was, so obviously her mum's mum, and just, she was even saying how, like, seeing how things were happening, she literally was like, yeah, G, good luck, boy. And I was just like, oh, like, it's just very much, you don't have everything's about tradition. Everything's about tradition. Everything is about tradition. Like, forget your feelings. You don't have a say in anything. And you know I've got an issue with authority.
Yeah, you do.
I like to be in control.
Yes.
So I'm not ready for that, basically.
Not ready.
I'm not, but there's nothing I can do about it. Like, do you know what I mean? And I think someone was like, if you disobey, or if you, like, don't agree, like, they'll curse you and all of this stuff.
What?
Bro. So I was like, oh, okay. So I can't go there and throw my toys out the pram. Yeah.
Wow. Again, you're good. Covered by the blood
Covered by Jesus Christ.
You're good. All right, let's do this dilemma.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, we've done the thing already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ed, it's annoying, isn't it? Like, I want to be buried back home because it's my home. Okay.
Ed has royalty in his family too?
No, he just said that his mum also wants to be buried back home.
Oh, fair.
Anyway, so dilemma time. So this is from a young male, age 28. It says, I'm currently in Switzerland on a business trip, but my girl was living her best life last week. Whilst I was away, she's been gone to the recent Usher concert in London, and she's one of the lucky ladies that Usher has been doing that whole cherry thing with. Fortunately, it didn't go viral like the others, but her friends recorded it and so did she, and they posted it on their social media stories. I feel a mad way about it because it was too seductive and arguably borderline disrespectful. I don't want to let my girlfriend feel like I'm insecure through text or through the phone, so I haven't told her anything about how I feel and that it's not on. Is this breakup worthy? Because even though I wasn't there and to her and her friends it was just a bit of fun, I still feel so embarrassed. A couple of acquaintances and friends of friends have even sent me the video saying, "Rah, is that your girl?" And it leads to my head getting hot. I came back to London on Thursday. What do you lot suggest I do?
So this is a question I was going to ask.
I'm going to see Usher next week, actually.
To more people.
I'm going to Paris.
Well, congratulations. Oui. Well, yeah. Bonjour.
Voulez-vous?
Croissant.
Coucher. Not croissant.
Question, Gina.
Talk to me.
If you get picked,
I'm not getting
put
picked.
a cherry in your mouth. Don't.
Okay, go on.
Don't degrade yourself like that, man. Come on.
Okay.
Positive.
Mm-hmm.
Go will and you get picked.
God forbid I get picked, but proceed.
So are you saying that if you get picked,
I'm not doing it?
No thanks.
Yeah, 100%.
Can I ask why? And you can also tell me how you feel about the videos you're seeing.
They make me cringe. I have secondhand embarrassment. I don't like stuff like that. I've always found seductive stuff a bit icky anyway. So, no. I'm not gassed. The one that rattled me the most. Do you see the auntie? She looked like an auntie, like she was very mature. And the way she was looking at him, I was thinking, are you jizzing in your pants right now? It was just, I just thought, ugh. And it's, you know what it is? I don't fancy anyone enough in this life, yeah, to behave like that. Nobody. I don't fancy anyone. So it's a no from me. I couldn't bring myself to do it. I personally, for me, would find it embarrassing. And then for it to live on the internet and then that's what you get noted for. Oh, spare me.
All right, fair. Now let's factor in, because you obviously told me this is how you feel absent you even caring about the person having a man, right? Let's factor that in now. Do you think it's disrespectful to the man?
Yeah, I do.
Why?
Because I think it's embarrassing to have everybody see your girl sucking on a cherry being seductive with a celebrity. Like that, I get secondhand embarrassment and I'm not your man. So Lord knows what your man's dealing with. And also the bras, like your girl, bras, like it's all of that. It's like, it's very unnecessary. I think I get why he feels some type of way about it. Because if that was me, I would feel some type of way about it. Do you get what I mean?
Interesting.
Because you're also embarrassing me publicly. So it's not even like you've done something, I'm not really comfortable with it, but I can get over it. You've now done it publicly. So now everybody else has an opinion, and then I have to also deal with that embarrassment. Not just me on my own, but now when everybody brings it to me, and then now everyone's going to come and give their opinions of how I should feel about this situation. It's unnecessary.
Okay. Do you think it is grounds for a breakup?
I don't know. It's up to you. I don't think I would break up with the person. Maybe if there was a list of things and that was like, oh, this is the final straw, I'm done. Do you know what I mean? But I don't think that would be like the reason. It'd be because this is in a long line of other things and this is the final straw.
How about if she was moving like the quote-unquote auntie you referenced?
That's it. Oh. Like, auntie's one was wild. But I think, do you know why hers was wild, yeah? Is because I think because of her age, I just expected more. I just thought, at your big age, kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? So, every single one I've seen, I have found cringe. If I'm on, they're all cringe, all of them.
All right. Does it change if Beyonce is giving these women the cherries?
It's still cringe.
100%. But would you see it as embarrassing for the man?
Yeah, because it's like, rah, what, your girl's heart for Beyonce, yeah? Like, I know why did I go there, but I don't know.
I don't know if it is the men are moving in the same way.
I don't know. Again, it's because it's a man and another man, so I understand it. And a lot of guys like women on women, so to be fair, they might even find it a bit exciting.
But I'm trying to introduce the element of celebrity worship. More so than just the
That's why I'm saying,
or
that's why I said the tart thing. Like, it's like you worship the celebrity that much. Like that's what, do you know what I mean? It's just, I'm seeing it as the same.
But men would have already seen or witnessed that in them because of all the context they go to, how it is that they vehemently defend Beyonce in arguments or discussions. Do you understand? So they would have already known that, yeah, your mind is wired differently when it comes to this particular celebrity, right? And I only say that to basically make an equivalency. If I didn't change that, it would be a false equivalency, I believe. How Emmanuel moves with Louis Farrakhan, right, is literally worse than the Beyonce stance. Do you understand? Like, his entire body shivered.
See how we've come back to...
It's only because you said he's the most layered, right?
So this is another layer.
This is another layer, right? Anyway, I can't use Marx because Marx is not looking to go goo gaga over human beings like that. Who else can I use other than Emmanuel? I don't go goo gaga over human beings like that. So the only person I could use is Emmanuel, right? Hello?
Sorry, I'm reading the comments.
Be with me here.
Okay, sorry.
You could read comments when it is you go and pick up grades.
How can I know the comments of the chat?
I am aware, but be with me here.
Okay, sorry.
You could have time for that when you go outside of here, right? Let's focus on what's in front of us.
This is still about here though, but I get you.
Go on. Give me the observation based on you reading the comments.
No, it's fine.
Repeat what I asked you or said to you before.
You're right. You're right.
You were here.
Right?
No,
you are right.
And you're feeding them.
Okay, you're right. You're right. Not sorry.
Around.
Sorry.
So, how he goes cuckoo for Cocoa Pops, Louis Farrakhan is mental. Prince, same thing. Michael Jackson, same thing.
He goes goo gaga over Prince.
I've been
really.
Sorry, did you think that Prince was gay?
I don't know. I've never considered. I didn't. I think I did actually.
Why?
I guess it's more of how he used to dress and carry himself. It was quite feminine. So I probably did growing up. Yeah.
So he was swear blind that he's not gay, he's not bisexual, he's a full-blooded heterosexual man.
Because sorry, yesterday I had this conversation with my sister because we were talking about Cisco, and I was like, do you remember when people used to think Cisco was gay? Like growing up?
Yeah.
Because of like the hair, the eyebrow piercing. I think he had his belly button pierced as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, it's based on physical.
Yeah. But you the type of person who believe that bisexual men are still gay anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's leave that there.
That's fine. Yeah, continue.
Yeah. So if Emmanuel's allowed to go cuckoo for Cocoa Pups with these men, these celebrities, why can't she? Without, the man now saying, all right, enough is enough. Sorry, I can't do this anymore.
When you say it goes Cocoa Pops and whatnot, yeah, he's not sucking a cherry from...
So he might pause. If Farrakhan looks to basically I think this is an anointed cherry.
Yeah.
Right?
He's not gonna suck it. Do you know what? No. You know what you're doing that's annoying me? Because you're really getting on my nerves, and I'm defending Emmanuel here. But anyway, my thing is, it's the sexual reference. That's what I think that's what makes people feel some type of way about it. It is the sexual reference, the intimacy, it's all of that makes it worse, if you understand what I mean.
That's why I mentioned Prince.
Because
he had jeans with the bum cheeks cut out. And he was gyrated. And obviously,
it's the sexual. It's that stuff. If it wasn't that, I don't think anybody would be bothered. Do you know what I mean? Fair. You can go on stage and maybe like do a dance. Because imagine someone invites you on stage and lets you do like a dance with them, or like you've seen where a rapper or will bring a fan on stage and they rap their lyrics. That's not. Do you know what I mean? I'm not getting the ick from that. Like, or thinking, oh, this is a deal breaker if I'm in a relationship with you. But if like someone's got you on stage and they're doing that. What's that one move that someone used to do where they do like is it Genuine that used to do like the worm and then like thrust the floor and see all of that? What are we doing here?
That's what Prince was doing. A man was behind him. And the man just said, that's just exercise. That's what Prince was doing and the man was behind him, thrusting on stage. We showed him the video and the man said, that's just exercise.
Emmanuel, you're gonna have to come and jump in here because I don't know, boy.
Because you don't believe me in it.
Yeah, I don't.
That's fine. That's fine. I mean, I have a profile on this show.
Yeah, we know who you are.
You got second guess everything I say.
Yeah, we know who you are, boy.
I'm from Trinidad, so I'm a natural storyteller, right? So people think, is he telling the truth? Is he not telling the truth?
Yeah.
So I really mind. I don't really mind. Only because nobody knows me but my nobody knows me but his woman.
Who?
Yeah, I know that. You don't even believe that either. That's all right. Anywho, what's your advice to this young man?
I think definitely have a conversation and let it be known that you don't feel comfortable with what happened. I think it's fair to express your feelings.
Yes.
And your feelings are valid.
Yes.
Whether or not it's breaking up thing is up to you, innit? I don't know for me, I don't think it's worthy of a breakup. However, I can't tell you what to do. It's down to you. Go with your gut. If your gut is telling you that you're done and you feel like this is worth breaking up over, then you know what I mean? You have a lot more context than I do in regards to your relationship. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's my advice. What's yours?
Okay, I think Emmanuel's in the chat.
Oh, is it? I need to... Hold on.
I told you to go time ago. Let's read some comments from the chat for the Spotify listeners. And you Spotify listeners, you all don't understand what it is that you are missing. This is a vital part of our show every single morning. The live chat it's the fifth and the sixth host on this show. They really be chiming in and completing this thing of ours. Let's see what we're saying. Anointed Cherry is crazy. Yes, Jenny hit the nail. Crazy work from Brent. You think that the common sense? This is crazy. Iman getting destroyed today. Chaps Batty. Who is this person? Let me just block this person. We don't like this type of commentary around here. We hide you from the channel. We've seen enough of your rubbish. Only positivity in the chat. Thank you very much. I can't decipher whether it is that you're joking or not, but I don't like you. you're gone. What else we got? Smear campaign. How do we get back to E-Man? I'm telling you, Spotify listeners, you're missing a trick with this live audience, right? This live chat. We got a bunch of comedians. E-Man may have to have a straightening with Brent after today. Manager, CEO has spoken. No Michael Jackson slander. Stop this. Over Nas as well. I asked him about the police accusations that he said he was there. Prince in the booty shorts, pumps and mascara. Keep MJ name out your mouth. I miss what sparked this, but stop slandering our legends. He's flamboyant. Beyonce included. Amy Snuglow is one of those sycophants for Beyonce you're talking about.
Oh, is
she
it?
would be sucking on that cherry. She
Really?
would say, "Give me more, give me more."
Yeah, no. You see, no celebrity can ever.
She keeps herself and everything, but that will bring her out. Can you close that door, please? Thank you. There's little rage in your face.
Was there?
Yeah.
No. You know, there's loads of things that I don't really like.
Yeah, you kissed your teeth. Like,
Did I?
I asked. I said, "Please." Do you understand?
Did I kiss my teeth?
No, but you looked like you wanted to.
Oh, I don't know.
That brief, like, yo, that look could have killed me.
You know, that happens all the time, you know? Like, I always get told, like, I give, like, an evil look or, like, I'm very animated and I don't realise.
But what did you feel inside when he asked you to close the door? What that brief moment? What can you recall?
You just asked me to close the door and I closed the door, so I
What,
don't...
did you feel anything?
No, so I don't know how...
You're muted, probably. Maybe.
Probably. Sorry.
All right, let me see what Emmanuel has said, because apparently he's in the chat.
Imagine he says you can't come and get her anymore.
I thought the European would be doing this to me, to be honest, but alas, we thank God. APIDTA. What else we got? Are you not entertained? Brent saying E-Man would let Nas serenade him with Illmatic at Oh man, nah, he will let MF Doom do that though. E-Man would be salivating for J Electronica. Jamsey, you took the words right out of my mouth. J Electronica is his god. Even more so than Nas, by the way. But anyway, so you've given him advice. Gina, any more? Before I move on to the next headlines?
No, I think that's about it.
All right, let's move on to the next headlines. Christy, if Imi is saying that she is not the biggest Beyonce fan, oh my gosh. Imi, come to the Discord. Let them hear your voice for the first time. And let me see if your voice doesn't shake when you lie. Go. Come on.
I'm so done.
Crazy.
Not when you lie, girl.
Crazy. Super talented, Imi is. Super duper talented. But that Beyonce love,
Really?
that's a mark.
My sister and my cousin are like stans of Beyonce, and I just don't get it. I've never got it.
How does it affect them? Like, how does it infect them? Actually, saying
Like you can't talk or speak badly about Miss Beyonce in front of them. Like they are quick to.
How do they get that way? Is what I'm saying.
I don't know. You know what though? My sister's from childhood. Georgia's liked Beyonce. Like I remember, like my cousin even buying her like her album, but like you know, like you could get like the DVD where it was just the videos of her albums and stuff. So like Georgia's been like a fan like since she was a child. The thing is, I used to love Destiny's Child though. Like growing up, I loved Destiny's Child, and then when Beyonce went and did her own thing, I liked her. But again, I don't have that spirit. I don't have that character of like, which is weird because I've got quite an addictive personality. So I'm surprised because I was obsessed with 50 Cent growing up. Like obsessed.
This Viking warlord.
No, you're right. But then,
Murderer,
sorry?
drug dealer.
Oh, wow.
So anything that has that masculine energy, you're gravitating towards it.
But I don't worship it, is what I mean. Like, I don't, like,
100% you do in a sense.
Okay.
You just don't call it worship. But you definitely would risk, like, a chocolate biscuit for it. 100%. You've been priced in with these things. You've placed yourself in harm because of it. 100%.
I placed myself in harm.
100%. You've gone towards the flame. Burn me, you said. Let it burn.
I just think no celebrity has ever got me. No, when I was young, you know what? I think it's an age thing. Because when I was younger, I'm not gonna lie, see me in 50, bunk school and everything. Like I was obsessed with 50 Cent. Like my backpack
I wonder why.
was shut up.
Yeah.
Oh, so
You had gun holsters as is.
this started from early there.
Pistols, bro.
From the age of what?
How many
14?
gunshots, baby? 9.
From what, the age of 14. I was obsessed with 50 Cent. So obsessed. So obsessed. I still am now, though, to be fair.
Yeah, you are.
Not to that degree, though.
Yeah.
I just respect him a lot.
Yeah. Fair.
Anyway.
Headlines.
So, Israel's army has admitted its soldiers made mistakes over the killing of 15 emergency workers in southern Gaza on the 23rd of March. The convoy of Palestinian Red Crescent Society ambulances, a UN car and a fire truck from Gaza Civil Defense came under the fire near Rafah. Israel originally claimed troops opened fire because the convoy approached suspiciously in darkness without headlights or flashing lights. It said movement of the vehicles had not been previously coordinated or agreed with the army. Mobile phone footage filmed by one of the paramedics who was killed showed the vehicle did have lights on as they answered a call to help wounded people. The IDF insists at least 6 of the medics were linked to Hamas, but has so far provided no evidence. It admits they were unarmed when the soldiers opened fire. The mobile video, originally shared by the New York Times, shows the vehicles pulling up on the road when, without warning, shooting begins just before dawn. The footage continues for more than 5 minutes, with paramedics named as Refet Radwan heard saying his last prayers before the voices of Israeli soldiers are heard approaching the vehicles. Israel has admitted its earlier account claiming the vehicle's approach without lights was inaccurate, attributing the report to the troops involved. The soldiers buried the bodies of the 15 dead workers in sand to protect them from wild animals, the officials said, claiming the vehicles were moved and buried the following day to clear the road. They were not uncovered until a week after the incident because international agencies, including the UN, could not open safe passage to the area or locate the spot. When an aid team found the bodies, they also discovered Refet Radwan's mobile phone containing footage of the incident. Next headline, the Ukraine and Russia war latest. So President Zelensky has called on the West to amp up pressure on Russia after it launched a deadly assault on Kyiv. As one person died in Kyiv, 3 were injured. Ukraine's leader said that pressure on Russia is still insufficient and the daily Russian strikes on Ukraine prove it. He said Kyiv wasn't the only region which suffered strikes, as the Mykolaiv, Sumy, Kharkiv, and Cherkasy regions were also hit. The number of air attacks is increasing. This is how Russia reveals its true intentions to continue the terror for as long as the world allows it, he said. Every strike targets our people, our children. They're waging war against children playing in playgrounds. Zelensky continued that the entire world has seen Russia intend to continue the war and the killing, so there could be no easing of pressure in the pursuit of peace. This comes as US Secretary of State Marco Rubio has said that the world will know in a matter of weeks if Russia is serious about peace or not. And the final headline is Iran is pushing back against US demands that it directly negotiate over its nuclear program or be bombed, warning neighbors that host US bases that they could be in the firing line if involved. Although Iran has rejected US President Donald Trump's demand for direct talks, it wants to continue indirect negotiations through Oman, a long-time channel for messages between the rival states, said the official who spoke to Reuters on condition of anonymity. Indirect talks offer a chance to evaluate Washington's seriousness about a political solution with Iran. Although that path could be rocky, such talks could begin soon if US messaging supported it. Iran has issued notices to Iraq, Kuwait, and the United Arab Emirates, Qatar, Turkey, and Bahrain that any support for a US attack on Iran, including the use of their airspace or territory by US military during an attack, would be considered an act of hostility, the official said. Such an act will have severe consequences for them, the official said, adding that Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei had placed Iran's armed forces on a high target. Warnings by Trump of military action against Iran have jangled already tense nerves across the region after open warfare in Gaza and Lebanon, military strikes on Yemen, a change of leadership in Syria, and Israeli-Iranian exchanges of fire. And that is it for the next headlines.
Lovely. Can you answer a question from Bathroom Diaries? She says, Gina, would you let 50 feed you cherries?
No.
Would you have, though?
Would I what?
When you were younger?
Nah, I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know if younger Gina would have. I did love 50 Cent, but again, I've always found that stuff cringe. So probably not.
Fair.
But as much as I love that man now,
Fair. Would you let, if this is from Black Rob, would you let him pour some vitamin water?
no. You know, I don't even like people, you know, like when you go out, yeah, obviously I've calmed down now, so it's no longer about, like when I used to go out and stuff and like,
You have, haven't you?
you thought I was joking. Remember I said at the beginning of the year? I'm very intentional this year. But you know when you go out with your friends and like everyone's drinking and someone tries to pour a bottle, like no, absolutely not. And then you wanna film it as well. No.
Fair.
It's the same thing for me. I feel like it's just. But do you know what? Yeah, because I'm allowed to say what my opinion is. I think it's tacky. That's what it is for me. So I'm just like,
Black Rob said, well, for some people, it's the tackiness is in the eating the cherries and was it riding the boat or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But he's like, that's the same as like women just shaking their bum and twerking
Not fair.
out of nowhere.
Fair. Fair. You're
But
entitled to your opinion. Do you know what I mean?
You see it though, innit?
Huh?
You see the connection.
Yeah. I shake my ass, so tacky over here. Like, do you know what I mean?
yeah. Fair. How about Rick Ross? Starcrew says, Gina would let Rick Ross do it.
No.
Why Rick Ross?
And because apparently I like Rick Ross too, as an artist.
Huh? Like fluffy men?
I don't like fluffy men. I just like Rick Ross's confidence.
Have you been with a fluffy man? I heard that it's fantastic.
Have I been with a fluffy man? No.
What was that?
No, do you know what? Because I feel like Sandal started to get fluffy.
Really?
So I said, yeah.
You calling him fluffy? That's interesting.
No, yeah. Not in that standard at all, but from when we first got together towards the end, I just thought, yeah. But yeah, maybe fluffy is an exaggeration.
I think it is,
100% fair. I'm being shady.
I think it is. I got stands for Rihanna. I get stands for Rihanna. She had everyone and her mother with a shaved side.
Not gonna lie, yeah.
Did you look to get a shaved side?
I had a shaved side, but it wasn't because of Rihanna.
Oh my gosh,
it wasn't because of Rihanna.
And you're talking about Imi. You're one of them.
It wasn't
for Rihanna.
It wasn't.
You shaved your head.
I had short hair before Rihanna.
So it's never connected to Rihanna.
No, it's not. It's connected to Khalees.
Even worse. Oh, she's not even A-list.
Do you remember when Khalees got her hair?
I remember.
So when she cut her hair, it was really nice and it was inspiring. And I thought there was a lot of us girls.
Really nice and inspiring.
I was 17. So again.
What is that?
Huh?
Aisle 17?
I was 17.
Oh, okay.
So me now, I wouldn't have, but Khalees inspired me to cut my hair when I was 17. So if you want to judge me for it, I don't care, because that was literally 17 years ago.
I remember you saying that you aren't easily influenced.
Not anymore. Let me change that then.
That's what you meant.
Yeah.
I love that in this particular session.
Growth.
You've been able to just,
100%.
Yeah.
But then again, I still don't think...
Maggie would have just gone on Discord and showed how it is that, you contradicted yourself.
Okay, and good for you.
Where
do we go
that's
from...
the thing now, innit?
Where do we
do
go
it for
from
a man,
here?
you'll do it for everybody else. I wonder when I'm next, right?
But hold on. But also, my thing is, I don't really see how that's easily influenced, if I generally actually like...
There we go.
No, if I actually like the style.
Yeah.
So the difference is, if I did it because you did it and because you're cool and I want to be cool, then fair enough.
But my preference is light-skinned girls. Why must it be because I'm conditioned?
That's a whole different conversation with somebody else.
What did you just say?
I'm talking about my hair.
Well, you just said it wasn't because, like...
No, I'm asking. I'm saying that, like, you said it's easily influenced. So I'm asking you, Can you really say I was easily influenced? Because my reasons for doing it was because I generally liked the hairstyle.
Of course you liked it.
So I didn't
but
do
you
it.
couldn't help but like it because you were conditioned.
No, I didn't do it because it was Khalees, is what I'm saying. So even if it was freaking Grace Jones, because I liked the hairstyle. I'm asking a question, by the way. So you nodding your head and doing
It's
that
a
thing you
question
do
for
with
your
your lip
therapist.
is jarring.
It's a question for your therapist.
I don't think I'm easily influenced, boy, because if I was, my life would be so different right now. Let's be honest.
No, you're easily influenced by bad influences.
Let's be
not
honest.
good influence.
Let's be honest. No, what bad influences?
Don't let me not start. We're not doing this. I'm not going there. You're not gonna.
No, because
tease
think
me
about
into this.
No, because nah. Anyway,
I mean, the Meetings After 7 listeners would know a few instances where it is that you've been influenced to do bad things.
what?
Because you said it.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Again, this is all when I was younger, though.
But why you? All right, now you're changed.
Yeah, of course. Me in my teens.
Yeah. It's a different person.
100%.
And I think that's fair, you know. I think it's fair to basically not look to hold people to their past, especially if the past is decades ago, right?
Because me at 17 is, again, I'm sorry, but I would consider that as a child. Do you get what I mean? So, come on.
Yeah, fair,
I'm the same person that freaking changed degrees because of a man. Like,
easy influence. Yeah.
You can't take anything. You can't take me in that era as a serious human being. As a serious human being.
Love a girl.
I was not serious at all.
Love a girl. Fair. All right, let's do the last headlines. We ain't touching on no topic of the day today. We're going to do that when it is Emmanuel's in, the MVP, Mr. Laird himself. Oh, my nephew has his birthday tomorrow. One of my nephews.
You?
Yes. Yeah.
All right, let's get into the last.
Let me press it.
Last set of headlines.
Press it. Yeah, we're nearly there, don't we?
So, Scottish wildfire forces evacuations as blaze spreads north from Galloway. So, emergency services are continuing to battle a wildfire that started in Galloway, south of Scotland, and has spread north into East Ayrshire, forcing the evacuation of walkers and wild campers. The blaze started in the Newton Stewart area on Friday, then spread northwards over the weekend after a change in wind direction to reach Lochdoon. Residents living nearby were advised to keep windows and doors closed, and police told people to avoid the area. Stuart Gibson, the team leader at Galloway Mountain Rescue, told BBC's Scotland fire crews had employed 4 helicopters to drop water on the flames from above, with the fire front several miles wide at one stage. Rising temperatures across the UK earlier this week led to wildfire warnings being put in place, with the Scottish Fire and Rescue Services saying there was a very high to extreme risk of fire spreading because of warm, dry conditions. Further north in the Highlands, crews were tackling another wildfire north of Ullapool on Sunday with roads closed and heavy smoke hampering visibility. 6 crews were in attendance, with personnel travelling amongst 17 miles to offer assistance, and firefighters at the scene reporting a firewall stretching more than 3 miles and large plumes of smoke descending over the area. The service has warned the public to avoid outdoor fires and barbecues and to dispose of cigarettes and glass safely. Was it that hot? Really? That's so interesting. Because I never would have thought that, but yeah. Next headline, trigger warning. A Cairns footballer, age 15, died after drowning in London's lake, has been officially named. So tributes have been paid to a kind and respectful young footballer who died after getting into difficulty in a London lake. Isaiah Smith was recovered from the lake at Beckenham Palace Park in Lewisham on Friday after an urgent search was launched to find the 15-year-old. Specialist divers, paramedics and firefighters rushed to the park at around 3 p.m. and spent 8 hours searching for Isaiah before his body was discovered. The lake is 285 metres long and reaches depths of up to 3.5 metres. Around 35 firefighters were sent out to help with the search. A Metropolitan Police spokesperson said a boy was recovered from the lake at around 10:42 p.m. on Friday, the 4th of April. He was taken to hospital where he was sadly pronounced dead. His death is being treated as unexpected but not believed to be suspicious. In a tribute to the teenager, his football academy, Cedar, described him as having huge character with infectious energy. Isaiah was such a bright light within our community, always present at training. He greeted everyone with the most adorable smile. In a statement, Lewis Council, which manages the Beckenham Palace Park, said the park has reopened, but the lake will remain closed with security in place until further notice. We are working closely with the police in order that their investigation establishes the full facts of what's happened, the council added. And our last headline, another trigger warning. Father and daughter who died in a caravan fire have been named. So 2 people who died following a fire at a caravan park have been named by police. Lee Baker, 48, and his 10-year-old daughter, Esme Baker, died at Golden Beach Holiday Park in Ingold Mills, Skegness, on Saturday. They were from the Nottingham area and had been excited to be spending the first weekend of the holidays together, their family said in a tribute. We are all utterly devastated at what's happened. This loss is incomprehensible at the moment, they added. Lincolnshire Police said it was still awaiting formal identification, which could take some time. The police and the fire services were called to the holiday park at about 3:50 BST on Saturday and said they were working together on an investigation to establish the cause of the blaze. Senior Investigating Officer, Department Inspector Lee Nixon, said the intensity of the fire had made the investigation incredibly challenging. We are working hard to validate the facts available to us to be able to provide answers for the family and loved ones of those who were tragically taken by this fire, he said. Dan Moss, the area manager for prevention and protection at Lincolnshire Fire and Rescue, said, "Our thoughts and deepest condolences are with the family at this time. Once investigations are complete, local fire crews and our community fire safety team will be on hand to talk to people in the area and address any fire safety concerns they may have at what will be an upsetting time." And that's it for our headlines.
All right, so we have got 25 minutes left, so we'll just do topic of the day. Looks like it's interesting enough to ginger the people.
All right.
Okie dokie. All right, so what are the instructions that Emmanuel has left you, Mr. Leod?
So we've got to start with this video, and then there's a few questions for us to answer.
Okay, let's watch the first one.
Okay.
Know that dealing with young people, a lot of times one of the things that's causing so much depression, people feeling suicidal, people feeling like, they just can't handle life is because their expectations are unrealistic. There are going to be moments in life when things are not going to be the best. You won't be the happiest. Sometimes you will feel lonely. You will feel overworked and whatever else, especially if you are working on a goal that is one that requires you to be in your personal bag. It's really hard. It's not easy. And yes, you should vacation and do all the things that you mentioned because that does make it better. But there are moments when you might not even be able to do all of that. And you really have to be able to balance accepting that everything is not always going to be a good time. I do.
You want to know how I feel about this for real? I feel like I need Michelle Obama and Barack Obama to be talking about something else. I really do. Like I hate the overgeneralizations around what our young people are and are not doing. I love them so much. I think that they are such great historical figures in our country, and I'm actually super disappointed with the ways that they're not engaging with what's going on right now. I'm grateful that President Obama said something about the Wisconsin Supreme Court election. But there was a voter ID ballot on the initiative that now makes photo identification required in state elections, and now it can't be challenged because it is a constitutional amendment in the state. And so, what I really want from the Obamas is the same thing that required us to consider hope and change. I need for them to realize that we are in a crisis. This country is in crisis. You want to know how I feel about this for real? I feel like.
Do you feel like Gen Z and millennials are expecting too much out of life?
I hate to say it sounds, you should always expect the most out of life. And you should always try to search for happiness. So I love Michelle Obama. I love her to death. But I think that I like their perspective on life. They always are looking to find joy. If you listen to a lot of Gen Z and millennials, they have vacations. They look for happiness in the midst of working. When a lot of us keep our head down the whole way and just work. So I like their mindset.
Yeah, I don't see nothing wrong with wanting a good life.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with the first lady, though. I think we have sometimes unrealistic expectations, and it creates a level of disappointment because for our generation and the generations behind us, they get on their phone and all they see is somebody living their happiness.
Mm-hmm.
And life is not that for real. You got to be able to go up and down. And we have so many kids who are like, I'm depressed, I'm sad, and y'all ain't been through nothing. Okay. Do you feel like Gen Z and millennials are expecting too much?
Most of life is just ordinary. You know, you got to learn how to be happy alone. You got to be happy a little bored. You got to be happy when things are hard. You got to learn how to be satisfied when you failed and things don't go your way, because all of that keeps you getting up. But I think there are a lot of young people who are searching for this impossible feeling of continuous happiness. Most of life is just ordinary. You know, you got to learn how to be happy alone. You got to be happy.
All right. So, what questions have we got?
So, first question is the pursuit of happiness becoming toxic? Why would you say, why the word toxic? I think I get, with that Michelle Obama video.
Sorry. Before we jump into this, let's address this comment.
You're gonna have to address it, not me. It's aimed at you. So,
yeah, I'm jealous. Got me.
Is that it?
Got me.
Got
I'm
him.
jealous. Yep, I'm jealous. No further comment.
Okay, cool.
Right. Is happiness? Was it happiness toxic?
Yeah. Is the pursuit of happiness becoming toxic? I don't know why the word toxic was used though.
Based on what you saw, you didn't get anything.
No, I don't think the word is toxic, but I think what I do appreciate about Michelle Obama, like what she said, is it's true. Like, you kind of have to be happy. You kind of have to try and look for happiness in whatever season you're going through, because life isn't always happy. It's not a straight line. There's so many, do you know what I mean? So you have to find happiness in whatever is happening, in your stillness, in your waiting season, in the grind. Like, do you know what I mean? If you don't, and the reason why I say that is because also, if you don't, it can be harder to really appreciate it when you're there, and then you don't enjoy the process. Do you get what I mean?
I want you to expound on that a little bit, because you said that you have to try and find happiness in your still season. So songs as that you're saying every single season, you should look to find happiness. What happens when it is that you can't?
Yeah, but finding happiness.
Hold up. Hello?
Hello, am I speaking to Brent?
Yeah, speaking.
Hi Brent, this is Bruce calling from Bali. Just in regards to a broadband inquiry, mate. How you doing today? You okay?
Calling from where?
This guy's really...
From Bionic, just on behalf of Compare the Market. It's in regards to a broadband.
Can you call me back in an hour, please?
In an hour?
Yes, please. Thank you. Yeah, 11:30 is fine. Thank you.
Fantastic.
Beautiful. Bye. Yeah. So, do you feel as though you shouldn't look to sit in your season or a season of grief, sadness? Should you not feel every emotion?
No, you can, but like, I'm not saying that you shouldn't feel every emotion. You should, right? But I guess it's more from like, if I'm talking about like trying to kind of get yourself out of that space, try and always see a moment of joy in it. So if you've lost a loved one, yes, it's painful. Yes, it's sad. Yes, it hurts, right? But you can also remember them for who they were. That may bring you, even if it's a temporary moment of happiness, but like it's to also counteract. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what it is? I think it depends on how you feel. Because you see me, I feel very deeply, right? So if I'm sad or in that sad space, it becomes everything about me, and it's a lot. It's very, very intense. And it's very hard sometimes to pick yourself out of that really, really, really intense space, especially if you're in that space for a very long time. So a way to kind of like, and it's never going to provide balance. Why are you laughing?
Somebody just sent me a message saying that's diabolical behavior, picking up a personal call on the live show. As God's my witness, I wouldn't have done that if I knew who that was, because I'm waiting on a particular call that's contingent on what I'm doing after.
Got it.
Yes, and I didn't want to be like,
Miss it.
hold up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I wouldn't have done that. But it's a TDA. I want you all to understand.
Anything goes, man.
Team B's gonna be bringing you so much.
This is the real
diverse
rap
broadcasting, right? Get used to it. Get used to it. Sorry. I think I'm gonna forget. You had said you didn't know why is toxic was used, and I think the first lady basically said the pursuit of it. It lifts your expectations to a particular point where when you meet this thing that isn't really real, you don't know how to handle it. So then you crash, and in crashing, that's the toxic part of it, right? So that's why toxic was mentioned in the question. I believe it could be detrimental to the person having that particular expectation and not understanding that life isn't all as rosy as you see on flipping social media.
It isn't, but I think, because I was going to say, growing up, we never chased happiness. It wasn't a thing that was always thrown in our face, but I think it's because of social media. Like you said, social media is one of those platforms where all you really do see is like people's highs. People don't really show the lows and stuff. So it's that comparison of chasing what you think everybody else is dealing with. But like you just said, now it's not real. Do you get what I mean? So, but I don't think it's a bad thing to like want to be happy or to be intentional about being happy, because that's the thing. Like, I don't think growing up I was intentional about being happy. So if you are intentional about being happy, you are able to find happiness in other ways that are not quote unquote the status quo, or like it could be little things that you do for yourself that make you happy, and they don't have to be big. That's what I like, because it allows you to be intentional about how you feel. Like, you could wake up and be like, so for example, I could wake up one day, be in a bad mood, and the old Gina would wallow in it, right? And it will become everything about me. Whereas if I now choose to be intentional, I can wake up in that feeling and be like, you know what? I need to get myself out of this feeling. Let me be intentional and try and find happiness that will shift that.
All right. So you look for those particular pockets of
and
perspective
it
that
doesn't
will change your...
And it doesn't have to be mad. It could be being... And you know, one thing I've started doing, that it's like I've always known it, but actually taking it in for what it really means is the idea that whatever God has for me is going to be is better. So if something doesn't go my way, it is going to be better. Like it has to be better, and holding on to that, but actually really taking that in for what it actually means. Do you get what I mean?
Yes. I wonder what a therapist would say, whether this approach by Gen Zs is like an early sign of them setting boundaries. Because if they're just looking to pursue happiness, anything else that looks to hinder or block them from that, they cut it out.
Yeah.
Right?
But this is what's mad. What else should they be looking for? Sadness.
I mean, we've kind of veered a little off what the original point was, right? The belief that everything is as they see on social media, and they look to chase that, they won't be prepared for when life hits them. That's the essential thing that's being presented here by Michelle and also the First Lady, right? So I know that we've gone to the point where we're saying it should be a good thing to look for happiness. Don't dwell in sadness and despair, this, that, and next. It's not helpful. But we've kind of gone off track a tiny bit. Okay. Do you understand? I understand what the initial caller was saying, because you could only be naive for so long, right? No amount of wishing the best because you haven't exposed yourself to the real world situations is going to basically help, right? Yes, it could make you have a well-to-do attitude, positive, and this, that, and the next. But if you think that life is all about what you see these 1% of content creators do or get up to, then you're in for a hard lesson.
A rude awakening, of course.
A hard lesson. And what will you do? How will you now face that when it slaps you? And I don't know if that's what Gen Zs are exposed to. Because in my mind, they're still being brought up within a cultural home. And in my head, the parents will still be taking them to church, taking them to mosque. You're still going to get that particular education of the ages, right? You're still going to get that sort of tuition that will tell you life isn't rosy out there, right? Yes, you coming to ask your mom for a phone at age 7, or you having the iPad from early ages, you're still going to be hearing from your mom and father. You know, hopefully they're in a unit that isn't reflective of what Marx wants, as you said. But I do believe they are getting information from the pockets of and forums that they're in whilst growing up that informs them. I don't know if this is true. What Michelle Obama said, I don't know if it's all the way true.
What I think would make this conversation a bit more valid is if it was had with Gen Zs, because again, none of us, like you said, you don't know, right? You don't know.
So I know Gen Zs.
No, but my point
I know
is,
some Gen Zs.
Have you had this conversation with someone who's Gen Z and got their perspective? Yes
So,
or no?
Yes.
You
I've had a
have?
conversation with Georgina.
Don't you use my sister as an example? Because you've not had
She's
a
a bit
conversation
delulu.
with, you've not asked.
I hear
you've
that,
not-
but I think
my point
she's felt pain.
But
She's
my
felt,
point is, you've not had
she's felt life.
You've not had a conversation with her regarding this
Yes,
topic.
she complains a lot.
So right now,
she complains a lot, but she gets over it.
But my point,
And she's lost weight now. So
my point is, we are speaking from a place of being millennials. We're not Gen Zs. Do you understand what I mean?
this whole thing, we got to speak to the people that it's affecting. Look, jump on Discord, innit? Until then, we go talk.
No, but my question...
We will look at our observations and share them.
No. But my point is, it's
I
just
have.
more like...
I have. You asked me and I said I have.
Okay, fine. So you have.
I have, yeah.
All right, fine. So are our younger generations confusing peace with constant pleasure and setting themselves up for disappointment?
Are they confusing peace with constant pleasure? So constant pleasure is then peace. I think it's a facet of youth, because you too would remember that your parents were telling you you're delulu, and all you were doing is looking to chase fun and happiness. Yes, technology has changed, and maybe the motives have changed. In large part, it hasn't. Right? So it's just more of the same, just a different environment, different age, different era. Methinks.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Because at age 16, they still have to go out and work. And I do see them working. Do you understand? Oh, I saw them working, because I don't think millennials are 16. No, they're older, like 21, 22. They're different ages, but whatnot. So they have experienced life. Is the question... No, I think that in some cases she's right, but in most parts I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
This one is a good one. Do Gen Z and millennials avoid discomfort too much? Is everything about soft life too much? Has
There
soft
we
life
go.
culture made resilience unfashionable?
There we go.
Yeah.
Right? The complaints and blah blah blah
Yeah.
blah blah blah.
I think
The wanting to change job as soon as something is uncomfortable.
Georgia,
that is there. 100%. That's
you
there.
see one thing about her.
That's there.
That's 1,000%.
Yeah. Any inconvenience?
Yeah.
I'll have to move because
Yeah.
I want everything sweet.
That I'm going to say I agree with. I'm not going to say millennials per se, because I'm a millennial and and when I look at my peers, I don't think it's a millennial thing. I think it's definitely a Gen Z thing.
But I think it's
But
a social media.
but there's an overlap.
It's a byproduct of social media.
Yeah.
So it 100% is not just a mental thing. You have a lot of people just uncomfortable. I'm moving. I'm moving. I shouldn't basically place myself in this particular business environment because my therapist said anything that's troubling me, move. Yeah.
But you know what? No.
Protect the peace. That's it.
But the reason why I don't. This is the thing though, Brent. Yeah.
State your boundaries.
Because I feel like I'm the complete opposite though. I'm on the complete opposite end of that spectrum, but mine's from a place of trauma. So I like
Explain yourself.
because life
What's the opposite?
is in like it's like I don't like a soft life.
Okay.
Life has to be hard for me to feel.
Yes.
Mad as it is, it is. Do you know what I mean? I know that. Like I don't chase softness.
Yes.
You know that. Do you know what I mean?
To a certain extent, I think.
Yeah, but I don't think even like my choices, like career-wise or whatever, like I don't want to be on a cloud and it be fluffy when it comes to like my work and my job and all of that stuff. Like I need to feel. So like...
All right. So a real world example is you getting comfortable with Gymshark, right? And maybe one day I need to basically stretch myself a bit more, challenge myself a bit more because this is lackluster. This is mediocrity right now.
Yeah.
It's too easy.
Yeah.
I need to be doing more. I think that is ambition.
Fair.
I think that's ambition.
Fair.
Because I know you've been wrestling with that element of stasis.
Yeah.
I know you don't like that.
Yeah.
So if you're saying that is the opposite of, no, I don't think so because...
Yeah, but I'm not just talking about that. It's when I look at my life in general, like the roads that I go down, the choices I make, like generally speaking, this whole protecting your peace, I don't protect my peace.
Okay.
Like without going into too much depth.
Yep.
Just in general, I don't operate from a protect my peace life.
And it, as you said, it's linked to the traumatic.
Yeah. So like there's times where I wish I did. Or I knew how to more. Do you know what I mean? I knew how to.
I still think that you would make that choice if presented that opportunity. And I think that you have chosen paths before only because you felt that other opportunities wouldn't present itself in time. Do you understand? So whilst you're here, because there's no way, don't worry, we've got 2 minutes on this topic. We could expand on it tomorrow, right? When the layered man is here. Yes, I'm jealous. There's no way that everything that gingers you presents itself, plus the God-fearing, plus the honorable, respectful, presents itself, and you say, no, impossible. Impossible.
I'm not talking about men, by the way.
I am not talking about men.
So I feel like you are.
Why?
Because you said because you are describing.
So when you said that your past has shown evidence of this, what were you talking about?
Not just men. I know.
You just said cross men out.
Right.
Tell me something else that you're
talking about. I said without going. I don't want to lift up my skirt. That's why I don't want to talk about it.
All right. I don't believe that it's true, but we'll talk about it off air because I don't understand what you're talking about.
Okay.
If not men.
Okay.
But that's right. So, we have reached the end of the show because we got 4 minutes left. If you think that what it is just both of us, we are doing this whole 5-hour thing, you are bluffing. Plus, Gina has a date.
Exactly. She's waiting for me.
I'm sure that she said, when, Daddy, when?
I know. She's probably waiting at the door. I hope she's waiting at the door for me.
It's 100% with our packed lunch.
Why does she need packed lunch? I'm taking her for lunch, man.
With the bubbles and whatnot. 100%. But anyway, let's get into the wrap up. In the wrap up, you basically just wrap up.
I know what the brother. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in today. I feel like me and Brent have done our thing.
100%.
Whether you agree or not, that's between you and God. So in our first set of headlines, we spoke about like the row between the Labour MPs being denied entry into Israel and how Eman's fave, Kemi Badenoch, didn't think it was a thing. You know what I mean? We also spoke about the 50 countries who are upset with the US in regards to the new tariffs that Donald Trump has put out. And our fave Keir Starmer, I'm joking, basically talking about how the world as we know it is gone. No shit, Sherlock. In terms of topic of the day, we briefly touched on Gen Z's chasing happiness and whether we feel that that's a detriment to their life. And you guys are going to expand on that tomorrow when the layered man presents himself, who Brent is jealous of.
100%.
We also spoke about the killings that happened in Gaza via the medics, and the Israelis saying that they thought that their lights were off, but then they came back and said that no, their lights weren't off, and basically admit fault. We also spoke about the war between Ukraine and Russia. And we had a dilemma asking for a friend of a young man whose partner went to the Usher concert and was filmed, although it didn't go viral, sucking cherries, which has obviously put him off her, and he has asked whether he should leave her. And yeah, that's kind of been it from me and Brent today, to be honest with you. We spoke a lot about E-Man, and it became very apparent that Brent is jealous of E-Man's
100%.
layeredness.
Yeah, put my skirt up.
And, you know, that might be a topic of the day that we need to discuss, to be honest.
Why am I jealous of...
Why are
people
you
with
jealous
layers?
of your childhood friend?
Yeah. To be honest, he wasn't always my childhood friend. He was Steven's best friend.
Yeah,
first,
you said
and
this
then he
actually.
became my best
And then you
friend.
stole him from Stephen.
Yeah. He chose me.
Well, there you go, and here we are. So
didn't steal
even after a
anything.
man chose you, you're still jealous.
I didn't-
What would you want in his
I
life?
have a problem. I need a therapist. Any
Don't
therapist?
say money.
Any therapist?
Sister, please.
Oh, man.
Come and deal with our brother here.
God willing, we're going to have a male therapist on this week, I believe. Dr. Ron, I think you all liked him from the community service episode that we had, where we talked about adolescence. So hopefully from now on, I could say I need a therapist, and someone else could say somebody other than Dr. Amani. Dr. Amani might get tired after a
True.
while, getting called. So Dr. Ron will alleviate some of that burden, you know? But anyway, we have reached that mark where we are going to lock off, and you've done extremely well today, Gina.
Thank you.
Heal it up. Thank you very much. We love you dearly. The silent ones, the vocal ones, the ones that
ones that have liked and shared and subscribed.
every single last one of you'll have done the deal. You Spotify listeners are missing a trick with this live chat, man. You're missing a trick. This is where the true community lies. I shouldn't say stuff like that. Sorry. Yeah, it's out there. Bye.
And you know what, guys? I'm gonna update you on my date on Friday. I'll let you know. I'll let you know how it goes.
Come on.
Yeah, man.
All right then. All right. Goodbye.
Bye.